going to start with Iran. It's been 2 weeks since we launched strikes there, and it's still unclear how long this is going to continue. On Monday, Trump claimed the war was very complete before adding pretty much, and that qualifier turned out to be important.
Mr. President, you've said the war is, quote, very complete, but your defense secretary says this is just the beginning. So which is it, and how long should Americans be prepared
Well, I think
for
you could
this war
say
to
it
last
both.
for?
It's the beginning of building a new country. We could call it a tremendous success right now as we leave here. I could call it, or we could go further, and we're going to go further.
Yeah, not a great response there. That non-committal floundering makes him sound less like a president laying out a strategy and more like what happens when you ask your situationship if you should put him down as your +1 to a wedding in 6 months. I don't know. We could go further. I could call it, but we're going to go further, right? At every point, the president seemed utterly disconnected from the stakes of this war, right down to greeting the remains of fallen American troops while wearing his most formal baseball cap. He's also been conveniently confused about civilian casualties. Take the horrifying strike on an elementary school that killed at least 175 people, most of them children. Observers quickly came to believe that the US was responsible, including, it now seems, our own military. Yet Trump's repeatedly played dumb whenever asked about it.
A Tomahawk missile likely destroyed that Iranian girls' school. So will the U.S. accept any responsibility?
Well, I
for
haven't
that strike?
seen it, and I will say that the Tomahawk, which is one of the most powerful weapons around, is used by, is sold and used by other countries, you know that. And whether it's Iran, who also has some Tomahawks, I wish they had more, but whether it's Iran or somebody else, the fact that a Tomahawk is very generic.
You just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a Tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough about it.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? What's he really supposed to do? Ask the people who work for him? Listen to the daily briefings he gets? Of course not. It is hard to say whether Trump is being actively deceptive there or just plain dumb. In his words, I think you could say both.